Typhon, the father of monsters. Part 1. The Rage of the Earth. The war with the Titans was over. Zeus sat securely on his throne, but peace was an illusion. Gaia, the Mother Earth, was furious. She had watched her Titan children be defeated and cast into the dark pit of Tartarus by Zeus. She felt their pain deep within her soil. She decided that if the gods wanted a war, she would give them an apocalypse. She mingled with the dark essence of Tartarus himself and gave birth to her final child, Typhon. Typhon was not a god nor a titan. He was the ultimate monster. He was so colossal that his head brushed the stars. His arms stretched from east to west. Instead of fingers, he had 100 dragon heads that hissed, roared, and spat fire. His lower body was a mass of coiling vipers. His wings blotted out the sun, and his eyes flashed with fire that could melt rock. He was the embodiment of the volcanic, destructive power of the earth, and his only purpose was to destroy Olympus. Part 2. The Flight of the Gods. Typhon marched on Mount Olympus. He tore up whole mountains and hurled them at the sky. He screamed with the voices of a bull, a lion, and a dog simultaneously. The sight of him was so terrifying that the Olympian gods, who had just defeated the Titans, panicked. They didn't stand and fight, they ran. They fled from Greece all the way to Egypt. To hide from the monster, they transformed themselves into animals. Apollo became a crow, Artemis became a cat, Dionysus became a goat, Hera became a white cow, Hermes became an ibis. Only one god stood his ground, Zeus. Some legends say Athena also stood and shamed Zeus into fighting, but ultimately the king had to face the challenger. Zeus realized that if he ran, his reign was over. He grabbed his thunderbolts and the adamantine sickle, the same one Cronus used to castrate Uranus, and charged to meet the beast. The battle was cataclysmic. Zeus rained lightning upon the monster, burning his many heads. He leapt down from the sky and struck Typhon with the adamantine sickle, wounding him. But Typhon was stronger than any titan. He wrestled the king of gods to the ground. He managed to wrestle the sickle from Zeus's grip and used it to sever the sinews, tendons, of Zeus's hands and feet. Zeus, helpless and paralyzed, was defeated. Typhon carried the crippled god to a cave in Cilicia, the Carycian cave, and hid the sinews in a bearskin, guarding them with a dragon woman named Delphine. For a moment, darkness ruled the universe. The king of gods was a prisoner, unable to move.
Part 4. The Great Heist. But Zeus had allies who operated in the shadows. Hermes, the trickster god, and Pan, or Aegipan, snuck into the cave. They didn't use force, they used cunning. Pan shouted with a terrifying, echoing scream, the origin of the word panic, to distract the god, or Hermes played music to lull her to sleep. While the monster was distracted, they stole the sinews and surgically reattached them to Zeus's body. Zeus's strength returned instantly. He didn't just want to win now, he wanted total annihilation. Part 5. The Burial under Etna. Zeus flew back to Olympus, gathered a fresh arsenal of thunderbolts, and chased Typhon across the world. The monster, weakened and bleeding, tried to throw mountains at Zeus. Zeus blasted them apart mid-air. Finally, Typhon fled to the island of Sicily. As Typhon prepared to throw Mount Etna at the god, Zeus struck him with 100 thunderbolts at once. The force was so great that the mountain collapsed on top of the monster. Typhon was buried alive. He is not dead, he is trapped. To this day, when Mount Etna erupts, spewing lava and ash, the ancients believed it was Typhon vomiting fire in his rage, trying to break free. Part 6. The Legacy of Monsters. Typhon was defeated, but his legacy lived on. Before his fall, he mated with Echidna, a half-woman, half-snake monster known as the Mother of Monsters. Together, they produced a terrifying brood that would plague heroes for generations. Cerberus, the three-headed hound of Hades, the Lernaean Hydra, the multi-headed serpent killed by Heracles, the Chimera, the lion-goat-snake hybrid, the Nemean lion, the beast with impenetrable skin, the Sphinx, the Riddler of Thebes. Zeus allowed these children to live, perhaps to challenge future heroes and prove their worth. With Typhon buried, the greatest threat to cosmic order was gone. Zeus was now the undisputed king of gods and men. The wars were over. The reign of Olympus was secure.